We do have an election coming up that's a little bit frightening to some Americans based on where we are right now. It's a crowded field as far as Republicans go. There has been a criticism that Republicans, many of the candidates, are hesitant to criticize President Trump. There's also criticism that if you're at 2 or 3%, you're just basically renominating or going to nominate President Trump because the field is too dilutive at that point. What do you say to all these things?
This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. We're just getting started. This will really start to shake up post-Labor Day. You know, there are people who either want me to like Trump 100% of the time or not like him 100% of the time. That's not how I think. I shoot it straight. If he does something good, I support him. If he doesn't do something good, I hit him on it. And I think that that's how we should be. And when you look at the elections, look back at 2016. In July of 2015, Cruz had 4% going to the Iowa caucuses. In November, he had 10%. In January, he won it outright.
Okay, if he does something wrong, you criticize him. So I don't know what's going to happen in Georgia. I don't know whether there's additional federal charges coming about January 6th. Have enough things happened at this point for you to say that he's a flawed candidate, that the Republican Party does not need at the top of the ticket? Or do you still, like so many people, think that it's an unequal system of justice, and this is the guy we want to clean up the swamp again? I
have said it very clearly that we need a new generational leader. We've got to leave this negativity behind. Are there problems in our justice?
Would you support him if he gets the nomination?
I would support him because I am not going to have a President Kamala Harris. We can't afford that. That is not going to happen. But I will tell you, you look at these indictments, there's probably going to be a fourth indictment. Right. We can't have, as Republicans, him as the nominee. He can't win a general election. That's the problem. We've got to go and have someone who can actually win. And that's what it's going to take. I've been a 2-term governor that took a double-digit unemployment state and turned it into an economic powerhouse. I was at the UN. I didn't negotiate with one country. I negotiated with 193. It is time for a new leader with new solutions that can move us forward.
If it's not you, and it's not Trump, and maybe you could be a vice president. I know you probably hate when people say that. I know. Okay.
I don't play for second.
Who give me the other top 3 if it's not you or Trump?
No, it's going to be me.
Okay.
At the end of the day...
That's the best answer.
At the end of the day, you have to look at what it's going to take. The other candidates have spent millions of dollars. The accountant in me hasn't spent anything because no one's paying attention. The debates start next month. You'll see me on the debate stage. Then things will start to move, and then you'll see those numbers start to shift.